stroke. That was a few years before that, and she was paralyzed in the left eye. That's not going to happen, but I thought, you know, I still should get involved. It's a really good organization. So volunteered, and I was actually the materials acquisition person who got the materials to the build site for the team during that day. And the more I learned about it, I thought, this group does everything. They're the builder, they're the lobby group, the social agency, a bank, mortgage company, an active board, huge volunteer capabilities and possibilities. I had never been in an organization with such wide a scope, and I thought, this is very exciting because you could fit in anywhere.
We provide a hand up, not a handout. We're building communities one house at a time. The more I learned, the more I felt that it really resonates for me, the work of Habitat and how they do build homes for people and not give it away, but provide opportunity to realize home ownership for low-income people.
It's an organization that raises funds through a variety of mechanisms, including the Restore, to build houses for worthy families. And those houses are sold to the families. The families put in sweat equity, so they make an actual contribution. They buy the houses, and it allows people, lower income families, to achieve the goal of home ownership. It's a way of breaking the cycle of poverty. That's something you'll hear a lot when you talk to people at Habitat.
It's an organization that helps deserving, willing, motivated people get into a safe, comfortable home that they wouldn't otherwise ever be able to have on their own. The fact that the people who benefit from it also are partners in the creation of what they get is, I just think it's a great thing. And sort of in my mind, before I retire, I'd like to do one build, fund one build, hopefully.
There's a wonderful survey that CMHC did with homeowners right across Canada. They found out that a third of the families don't have to access food banks anymore because only a third of their income is spent on housing, not 50, 70% like often happens now. The parents notice that their children get better marks in school, better behaved at school and at home. Parents say that they have more confidence. A third of the parents go for further education. It spirals into all other kinds of improvements in lives. And when I saw that, I thought, that is amazing. You sometimes don't see that in individual families you work with, but you hear later on that it's made a huge difference.
And the revenue from the Restore contributes towards the building of homes. Every home that we build and every mortgage that we carry, the revenue from the mortgage is restricted, and it is rolled right back into building more homes. So we hope to become self-perpetuating building machine at some point down the world, in that we will have built so many homes that we will have sufficient revenue from the homes that we've built to continue building. That aside, the Restore contributes, the mortgage revenue does, and then our fundraising. We have a number of fundraising events which are supported by the community.
Well, I guess one thing I would say is each Restore is different, and the one that we have here in Bracebridge, we're very fortunate. It is one of the largest in Canada. I think it's one of the top 3 or 4 in Canada now. Not all Restores carry the range of goods that we do. But we have a very wide range of goods, ranging from construction materials, which most Restores would carry, to furniture, toys, books, all kinds of housewares.
Probably the biggest flea market I've ever been to. People come here every day to see what's changed, because everything is a one-off.
And it serves the needs of our community, which is a very rural community in large part, very far flung, so we have a large area that we serve, and small communities. So it's a very interesting place, great bargains to be found.
Families have brought their entire parents' house here. My mom's house was sold in Toronto, and I brought, between my siblings we agreed, so we brought everything out of the house here and kind of take the product that's come in to the store and turn that back into a home for somebody and a mortgage. I mean, really, it's a complete circle. When the product comes in, it's cleaned, priced, sold, therefore that money sort of allows us to run around and go look at properties to purchase, and then we can start the building process. Once we acquire land, we then go out and start putting a group together to start building a house.
So we work with many different organizations, including the District of Muskoka, and helping people find employment. What we do is we help low-income people, basically, and we're working to end poverty through home ownership. It's a good organization. It's a happy family.